We're going to talk about bad service. But don't worry, we're also going to be talking about what makes us laugh tonight on Roundtable. Welcome to Roundtable. I'm your host, Michael Roberts. Tonight on the show, my guest, musician Mark Olexson, writer, actor Christine Lippa, actor, comedian Peter Kelamis. Thank you very much for being here. McDonald's customers pummeled a manager with milkshakes because they were angry with their service. And an employee says, it happens. You get some customers that can't be satisfied. These ones, they weren't loving it.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, the family just got angry and they pummeled it because of the quality of service, which is, I'm just going to lead into. What do you think of the quality of service?
Were they angry when they got up there and said, I'll have 20 milkshakes?
No, I think they probably got their milkshakes and it wasn't, they didn't, you know, we ordered this, where is it? It's not there. Well, I've had enough of this. And
well, quality of service, I mean, it's called fast food for a reason. You go to McDonald's, I mean, within about 3 or 4 minutes, you're going to have something to stuff down your gullet.
Yeah.
If it takes 5 minutes, move your ass somewhere else then, if it's not fast enough.
Go to Wendy's.
It's a burger joint. The service might suck from time to time.
What if the quality of the food is down?
Places can happen.
Quality of the food? I mean, really, if it's put together, that's about it, really. I agree with you. It's like...
I used to tour with a guy, a roadie who would drive, and he'd order a week's worth of McDonald's and have it lined up on the dashboard. And he had it all figured out that, okay, I've got 2 days to eat this fillet of fish. I got 4 days to get to this.
Is he still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Is he still alive? Was he?
That's just
No, he's a pretty healthy guy.
But that actually makes me laugh. People that you see at a McDonald's getting pissed off like that at a McDonald's. Like it's like, I asked for 3 ketchup. Then they look for backup. Do they look to you? Can you believe there's like 18 fries in there? That's it. Jesus Christ.
I ordered Biggie.
Let me see, manager.
But have you had bad experiences? Have you had bad restaurant experiences?
Oh, yeah.
Outside of fast food, just in general?
Sure.
I was on a.
It was a table slap.
I was on a movie set the other day, and I was eating my lunch from the wagon.
Yeah.
Right? It was just like, what was it?
Will the regular audience understand this?
Well, you know.
Will they be able to relate to your big high class?
I see. So this was a free lunch that someone gave you.
Yeah, it was a free lunch.
You're about to bitch about.
Yeah. No, but get this. Okay, so and I appreciate the food, blah blah blah, right? But I'm sitting there, it was like jambalaya. And it's like, oh my, I don't make jambalaya at home often. I'm quite enjoying this jambalaya. Quite enjoying this. It was like this long black hair like this, and I'm thinking, okay, like I'm not a natural blonde, right? But I don't have like a big, thick, long black hair like this. And it was wound around like a piece of okra, and it was just like, and I thought, okay, what do you do? So I went back and I said, my hair and my jambalaya, and it's like, I'm sorry. And it's like, you can't quite bitch to a to any satisfying point.
Did they have anyone in there have long hair?
Of course,
they all did.
Freaking,
they're all itchy.
Freaking pole dancers or something. Not a hairnet in sight. It's just like, well, do something.
One time, me and a buddy, we were going to go to Dim Sum. Yeah, we find this Chinese restaurant on Broadway, and we go, let's go in here. So we sit down, and the server didn't speak English very well. This lady comes over, and so we're trying to ask what really goes with what. We're clueless. We're like, well, what about this? And she said, I don't know. Well, what about what's this live long bread? I don't know. Yes. So we go. We'll get 2 chow meins and 2 live long breads, I guess, for now, and then she runs off. And we literally see people start to peer through the kitchen, and they're pointing and laughing at us. And then some other woman comes up from the back who could speak much better English, and she goes, "You, the guys ordered the live long cake, live long bread?" And we're like, "Yeah." that's a birthday cake for the Chinese people. So what we had ordered was 2 chow meins and 2 birthday cakes that are only supposed to be eaten by Asian people.
On their birthdays.
On their birthday. So there's the 2 white guys, a couple of birthday cakes, chow mein.
Sounds like good quality of service. I find that, I don't know if quality of service is getting worse or if I'm just getting to be more of a jerk.
Yeah.
You know, the older I get, the more curmudgeonly I get. And it's like, if I don't have my coffee refilled at least 3 times, there's no tip for you. You kind of have this mental checklist of stuff. You want them to come back and say, how was your dinner, sir?
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can get you?
Right.
I don't want to have to ask for a glass of water. Just bring the water.
But isn't that
It's okay.
isn't that just quality of life, though? As you get older and you live longer and experience more, you realize all the shit that you put up with. You just go, I don't want no more of that.
You know what drives me nuts is Starbucks. You go there, they got the Starbucks card you can get.
Yeah.
Can I give you this cash that I can use anywhere and stick it onto a card that I can only use here?
Oh,
Even though I'm usually going to pay you in cash. And what the hell is the
you know what
purpose
the
of
worst
that?
part about that is? I had a pocket full of change. Someone gave me a Starbucks card. Okay, thanks. Very thoughtful.
Yeah.
Used it up. I had like
welcome.
7
It's your
cents
birthday.
left on it or whatever. And I said, can I put more money on this card? Sure you can. Great. Here's $1.17. Oh, it has to be at least $5. So they'll only take $5 or more.
Well, you wanted to buy a coffee, didn't you?
Yeah, but I figured I'll get rid of this change. I'll get the card.
But you're never going to get that damn thing exactly to 0, are you?
No,
That's my point.
That's
And
the
they screw you with
They
the
get
change.
you.
And not restaurant stuff, Canadian Tire.
Really?
Oh, please. You walk in there, it's like, I'm looking for, no kidding, I looked for 6-inch black nipples the other day.
Who hasn't?
I know. I'm just tired of these babies, okay? A 2-centimeter white ivory, forget it. I want 6-inch black nipples. So I go in, because I'm doing some plumbing, right? And I go to this guy, I'm kind of in the right
Somebody
place. He's like, I'm looking for, please don't laugh, blah, 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 6-inch black nipples. The guy goes, did you try fishing? It's like, fishing? What are you talking? And then they give the Canadian Tire money. It's just like, what? I just give it to my kid to play with. Here's like 70 cents a Canadian Tire.
Use it in Monopoly.
I had heard that you...
We'll be right back. We'll come back.
All right.
Hold that thought. Hold this thought. We're going to be right back. Roundtable. Stick around. Welcome back to Roundtable, where we give you quality service. My guests, Mark Olexson, Christine Lippa, Peter Kelamis, and Mark. Mark, you're performing in Abacadabra.
Yes, among many other.
Yeah, among many things.
Oh, I know.
Wait a minute, don't get sad yet.
one are you,
Is he
the blonde
Benny?
girl?
Is he Benny or Bjorn?
I'm Benny.
Benny. Oh,
It's the easy one.
Well,
If I was going to be an Abacadabra, I'd want to be
You wanna be
Benny.
Benny?
Who the hell's
I don't
Benny?
even know which one
Benny's
Benny
the
is. Is he
piano
the-
guy.
What?
Benny's the piano
But
player.
didn't Bjorn the guy did all the work and wrote stuff in there? Or
They were co-writers, but
Oh, they were.
This is not really ABBA, so I don't actually write any of the songs.
Really?
I just play them.
really?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that?
Mike.
Abacadabra. What, you're putting a new album?
Yeah, at this stage, Bjorn, Benny, it's pretty much
The same job.
yeah. You just throw the dice.
Best tribute show ever, Gallagher 2.
Yeah,
Remember
his
that?
brother.
His brother, Gallagher, didn't want to do it anymore, so his brother, who looks like him, goes, hey, I'll do it. So he went on tour, and then he was sucking so bad that his brother goes, hey, stop doing it. Screw you, I'm going to keep doing it.
At one point, they were both out there,
They're
weren't they?
at the same town, Gallagher. And people are like, we're getting ripped off.
Who had bigger watermelons?
Yeah.
So it came
Gallagher
down
too
to
had to
yeah.
make up for his comic timing. This wasn't right on. But that's, see, now you're getting into what I wanted to talk about, like the funniest people that you think are out there that maybe people don't really know. Because I bought a CD of Patton Oswalt.
Right.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of feeling kind of
He's
Patton.
that TV guy.
He's on the King of Queens.
Yeah.
Yes, he plays the Spence, the buddy on there.
Right.
But his comedy, much like Bob Saget, his TV guy, if you go, oh, he's really cute. He's a cute guy on that show. We'll get his album. Well, you'll be really offended and frightened.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's really harsh stuff, but
Really?
it's very, very funny.
Like Red Fox.
Yeah.
Or like Joe Rogan, if you go to the host of Fear Factor,
Oh, yeah,
he used to be on news
Raunchy.
radio. You see him on news radio, he's like, oh wow, he's the kind of quiet guy that jumps out of the ceiling every now and then. You go to his site and it's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
What's he jumping out of there?
I don't need to see that.
That looks like mom's parts.
Oh yeah, he's just wild, but he's hilarious. He's great.
Yeah, I've never heard of him. I've never heard of
Mitch
stand-up.
Hedberg,
Mitch Hedberg.
Very funny.
Who's he?
my
funny.
favorite. He's just some crazy stoner dude who does kind
Yeah.
of Stephen Wright-esque kind of stuff, but funny.
Yeah?
He's not quite as dark as Steven. He's just more, he does like bits about koala bears and donuts.
Well, right there.
There you go.
What's
Well,
not dark about that?
Okay, well,
Comment.
who's
So,
funny then? What
Well,
makes you laugh?
Larry David makes me laugh, you know,
Yeah.
although he frustrates the hell out of me too. You know, it's like that when I watch the show, I think that's a good premise, and oh, it's just, why can't he just drop off the package at the door? Why does he have to say the kid's a bitch? Why does he, you know, it's like, oh, well, that's funny, but then, you know, the trouble he gets himself into winds me up. But, you know,
Cringeworthy comedy.
cringeworthy.
Yeah,
But I
it's
like
extremely uncomfortable.
But I like the improv aspect of it. Like I like the fact that they, you know, that they have a premise and that they don't have set lines and things like that. You know, so that's inspiring to me as a writer. I like to.
As a writer, you like to
explore
know that there's less words to learn, less work
Well,
to do.
It's,
that. However, though, I mean,
a script.
Thank you. You guys are. the
I'm
script.
done.
No, I like that because
Yeah.
also being an improviser, so that really appeals to me.
That's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's
For
Curb.
those of you who want to tune
On
in.
HBO, Sunday night.
The guy who kills me right now, Ali G.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just, I've always been a fan of the character kind of comedy, and I do a lot of that in my own stuff. That's what's always fascinated me is really queer, weird characters, and he just kills me. He kills me with the fact that he gets these interviews with these really high-profile politicians or astronauts or wherever the hell it is, and he must have got them early in his career. I think obviously he did, because they have no idea who he is, and they think he's legit, and he just sticks in these characters, and he's nothing like that. He's got these really distinct kind of characters that, you know, the guy from Russia or Kazakhstan or whatever that goes and does these interviews like at rodeos in Texas and all that, and you're like, where are you from again? Kazakhstan. And they're totally buying into it. It's hysterical to me.
I think when he came into England,
Right.
like I don't know how he's doing over there. I know because when he first starts, he was able to get all these amazing interviews over there. Same thing, ministers of different things and all that.
But once they caught on.
But now once they catch on, I figure he comes over to the States, they go, well, he's interviewed the Prime Minister of England and all these. Well then, yeah, of course you can come and interview these people.
Right.
And now I figure season 2 going in, are they going to let him back? I mean, what's going to happen, you know, to this guy? Because they're not
would
going to
think.
let him back in.
Well,
I think there's still really obscure people that you can visit beyond the actual politicians and all that. You know, I mean, when he goes to I saw one where we went to a farm and it was like a sheep herding farm. I don't know what the hell it was. And I think the machine that spun the wool into sweaters or whatever, it was this old medieval thing. And that was the whole purpose of this farm, that it was all medieval.
Yeah.
Well,
And it was just kept pushing the fact that he couldn't understand.
but he wasn't LEG at that
No,
point,
he was
right?
the
That's
Kazakhstan
He was the other guy,
guy.
right?
Where he's like, but why is so old the machine? And the guy's like, because it's an old medieval spinner. And he's getting infuriated, and there's a million of those
It's a
people
historic
out
piece of equipment.
there. No,
yeah.
there's a lot of morons out there. There are more morons than there are people willing to interview the morons.
The other thing that I find that cringeworthy is the Office.
I haven't seen that.
Have you seen that?
No, I hear it's great.
I have
All
a
right, moving
DVD.
on.
I have a
No.
DVD. I have a DVD of it at home, and a
done what?
friend of mine lent it because you have to see this, and I haven't.
Okay, well then we'll just stop that and take a break and go and maybe we'll find something else to talk when we come back to Roundtable after these messages. Oh, I watched it.
Okay.
Watch it during the break.
Welcome back to Roundtable. I had a restaurant pet peeve I wanted to mention. They always seat us together. Like there'll be like a booth, and then they'll put us right next to the other booth where the only other people in the restaurant are.
Oh,
Right,
you don't like
right.
that?
And no, I hate it. I want to talk. You want to talk, and it's quiet. So put me like one booth away.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to notice it. It's everywhere. Like, pay attention to this. Watch this at home. When next time they seat you, and I've started to, but like you said about getting grumpy as you get old, now I've said, no, I don't want to sit here. Can I please sit over there?
Yeah.
And I used to hate people like me when I worked in the restaurant
Well,
industry.
I've had the opposite where there's a table up in the front, and then they sit you way in the back, and then they just forget you're there. And you end up sitting there for days and days.
Would you ever work? You work in retail? Did you have to deal with? Did you?
No. I didn't. I was like a busboy, and I never really sold retail stuff ever.
Wow.
You know, it's a gift. It's a craft. It's something that you can learn, and a lot of people are not very good at it. Like, it's amazing to me that people who have maybe worked at a place for 15 years don't have a clue as to what my next question might be. Look at me, like I'm not a plumber. What do you think my next question might be? Maybe some plumber tape that I'm gonna have to drive home and realize when I look in the 1, 2, 3 how to do your own plumbing, you idiot book, that I'm gonna have to need the Teflon tape. Back to Canadian Tire, back to Home Depot. The gas gauge goes down. I pay more. It's just like, give me that. You take that.
Wow. Like, the longer you're in it, the meaner you get, and you sort of get to a stage where, like, every customer that approaches you, you're fearful of. It's like, I hope they don't ask me a question. Not because you don't know the answer, just because you don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah. Consumers love that too.
It was great when I first started, in my retail job, but the longer I got there, just the surlier I got.
What did you do?
There was this one time.
Come on.
Yeah, I worked in a guitar shop. There's this one time. It was particularly busy weekend. I was in a hurry to get behind the counter. I think my favorite chair was free, and I didn't want somebody else to get it, so I had to get back there really quick. So there was an elderly gentleman standing in between the two counters in the sort of corridor that we used to get behind the counter.
In your way.
In my way. So I'm standing behind him, waiting, tapping my foot, giving the big. He's not picking up on that. Excuse me. Nothing. Finally, it's like, excuse me, would you move? I have to get through here. And he's, oh, I'm terribly sorry. Guy steps aside, and then everybody behind the counter is like, oh my God. I'm like, what? I sit down in my chair, and the manager comes up and says, dude.
That was Les Paul.
No, it was Gordon Lightfoot.
No, I had a great experience with Pierre Burton. And what it was,
wow.
The hotel room one night.
I'll show you the last spike.
6-inch black nipples.
It's like the Christine Lippa
had his
diaries.
There we were. He showed me his last spike. It was fabulous. So, we were walking and we were in the bowels of the CBC, which is actually apropos to this story. And we were walking down, there's this long hallway that you have to walk, and there's like there's only these few little escape hatches, right? Doors that you can go down. But we were like, it was like a gun, slinger kind of thing. We're walking towards each other, and you can't look from 100 feet away, keep looking somebody in the eye and smiling. So we're looking away and things. And as we kind of do this thing, he goes,
but not with his
Pierre
mouth.
Burton farted. Right? Like, he couldn't do it 40 feet away from me. He had to save it up until he was ready. No,
Like, that's his big gag.
Yeah.
He sees somebody the other end of the hallway. Yes.
Yes. It's been a brewing for a while.
I can do that.
I think he wrote a book about it.
Yeah. And then there was nothing.
On a similar note, since we're going down this path, Dean Haglund actually told I'm sure you heard the story as well, that he was one of the lone gunmen on the X-Files, and him and the other two guys are getting flown down to L.A., and they're on the plane, and with them in first class is Lindsay Wagner, Bionic Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Bionic Woman sitting behind them, and they're chatting. Hey, it's Bionic Woman, wow. Anyways, the flight's going on, and one of them gets up to go to the bathroom and opens up the door and just closes the door, runs back, and he's like, I just walked in on the Bionic Woman dropping a log. And then she's got to walk past them, and they're all. Don't look at the Bionic Woman. Don't make eye contact with the Bionic Woman.
Oh.
Horrible celebrity bathroom. Welcome to Celebrity Bathroom. If you have a celebrity bathroom story, please call Mike.
Wow, I don't have any Canadian legends.
You got nothing?
Yeah. No, but I have a bathroom airplane story.
Yeah.
Just before we left Las Vegas one time, we ate at Nathan's Famous.
The steakhouse?
The steak, to hot dogs and all that kind of stuff. And I had a Philly cheesesteak. And it didn't agree to me. Oh, big honking thing too, right?
Yeah.
And I get on the airplane. About midway through the flight, everything's starting to move, and I had to go to the washroom. And I go in, and I'll say with the audience, I don't care when this comes on. It was bad. It was a bad experience all around. And I do the best to make up for it. And I open the door to the prettiest girl on the plane.
Oh no!
Standing waiting to come in, and I just walk in, and she goes in, closes the door, and I sit in the seat. About 2 minutes later, she goes down the aisle, just like this. Looking at me like,
That's too bad, because otherwise you would have had a chance at like making sweet love to her.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
maybe
Yeah,
someday. Me and my irritable bowel syndrome. We'll be right back after these messages from Canadian Tire and irritable bowel syndrome. Welcome back to Roundtable. I'm Michael Roberts. That's it. That's another show. I'd like to thank my guests, Mark Olexson, Christine Lippa, Peter Kelamis. This is the opportunity as we wrap things up. If you have anything you'd like to plug in a general way, a website that they can check up on. Mark, do you have any?
Well, geez, if you're truly interested in seeing whether I am Benny or Bjorn, you can check out iloveabba.com.
Christine?
I'm down at Yuck Yucks every once in a while doing improv with Ellie Harvey.
In Vancouver?
In Vancouver. And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people from around town, and you should come by. You should come by.
Yes.
Who've done
Not
work,
you.
who aren't...
No.
forget you.
You and your Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Peter?
I'm at www.peterkelamis.com.
Really?
You can spell Kelamis.
If you can spell Kelamis, you can spell fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you all again next time on Roundtable. And of course, taking us out again, the Sandy Allen Quartet.
There once was a man, a mighty, mighty man, who was raised up in the Yukon. A man so bold, even in the freezing cold, he would rarely ever, ever put a toucan. Who was this man, this great Canadian, whose ears were red and hurtin'? He had lots of silver hair, and his first name was Pierre, but everybody called him Mr. Burton. Pierre Burton, Pierre Burton, a man Canadians hold in high esteem. He came down from the Yukon and eventually rode a Bucon, the railway they would call the National Dream. And when TV called at last, he really was aghast. Pierre Burton cut the mustard and the cheese. He had so many stories of this country's crowning glories that he could always let one rip with ease.